Welcome back, guys. This is the Art Hitman. I'm Perry, and today I'm going to be drawing Robin from Young Justice. I'm going to go ahead and get started. As you see, I'm putting in light lines to establish where I want the character to be on the page. And starting off with this, I'm putting a box, almost like a cube, but it's more like a rectangle shaped cube. The reason being is because Robin's head is going to be 3/4 and almost like an upward view. So if you follow the lines the way I'm doing them here on the tutorial, you'll have no problem with the angles and the way they're being done. And definitely always encourage pausing and taking the time that you need in order to get the head correct on the page, and take as much time as you need. I always encourage, and patience is the best and the good principle to follow in drawing. So let's look at it here. So far now I got the neck and the head sketched in. I'm gonna put his shoulders in really light, and let's see here, and just kind of have the broad shoulders. Although he's younger, you still want to have him, I believe, about teenage years in order for him to look for like the character. And so also, just to let it be known, honestly, just to let it be known which version of Robin that the Young Justice is dealing with, I kind of did a little bit of research just for the sake of the video, and this is actually Tim Drake. So they chose Tim Drake to be the Robin in this one, and he's also the sidekick to Batman and the successor of Dick Grayson and Jason Todd, as Robin. So that's just a little something I looked into. So they're dealing with the current Robin, with him being Tim Drake basically, and after Jason Todd. And the reason why that's important, because sometimes when you're drawing characters and someone say, hey, I want you to draw this character from DC or Marvel, you want to understand the character that you're dealing with, whether it's Bart Allen as opposed to Barry Allen, and which character you're dealing with, what are their attitudes like. They all are different, so the way the writers write them is important to have that understanding. So alright, getting back into the point of the drawing here. So here, as you see, I have the face divided in half, and basically with Robin's mask that he wears over his eyes is really just kind of like almost like a bat symbol, just without the bat head in the middle. If you notice, you get kind of picture what the bat pretty much the logo would look like without the head, with the wings on the side. That's kind of what the Nightwing and Robin has on the mask. So I'm kind of putting the eyes in, and his eyes are very simple, kind of diamond shape. Young Justice, I like the way they do their character development. Why? Because it's very simplistic, very simple shapes. It gets the point across. It's a nose, it's eyes, it's a mouth. So when they animate, they don't have to go through the trouble of figuring out whether or not the consistency from frame to frame is necessary. And when you're doing the storytelling like they do, and you have all the action they have going on, it just makes it easier for them to animate these characters and move them around and get them to do all the cool martial arts and different things they do. I love the Young Justice series. It's very entertaining, very well drawn. Character designs, I like them a lot. And so you want to make the ears a little bigger, not Dumbo size ears. Like you don't want him flapping like he's taking off, but you want to make him a little bigger because he's still somewhat young, and his ears didn't shrink on his head quite yet completely. And so go ahead and tighten this up. But then again, with the way the animation is nowadays, everybody has the spiky hair look. That's kind of in fashion right now in terms of style, and I don't mind the look. It's more rough edge kind of look. Of course in the 70s they had that comb over style where Robin wore his hair combed over all neat, and so did Bruce Wayne, and everything back then was really neat and didn't have anything wild, or like the hair wasn't combed. But that's different today. And nowadays these characters can kind of let their hair go wild, and then kind of put a little mousse in there and spruce it up in the front and make them all kinds of cool effect just to distinguish themselves, because that's just the time and the era. And so that's a good thing too. There's all different styles of drawing techniques being used today. So I like it again because it it varies up the different drawing styles, and when you're drawing characters, you know what era you're drawing your character in. And you know, just to put it out there, you know, who's your favorite Robin? Do you like Nightwing? You know, we understand Nightwing got tired, or I should say Robin, you know, got tired of being the sidekick for a while, and pretty much just said, I'm gonna branch out on my own, spread my own wings, and you know, do what I need to do in Gotham City. I'm not gonna let Batman continue to tell me which way I need to do what I've been trained to do. So that's how I look at it. If you notice, I put that line in on the right a little too high. So, you know, again, just as a advisory type of thing, don't go crazy if something goes off. Again, I always encourage you to draw as light as you can, right? And then go back into it. And that way, if you look at it now, you can't tell that I made a mistake because I didn't go super dark. And so you want to be able to do that. You want to be able to go in, make the adjustments you need with whatever tool you're using. Even sometimes if it is a red eraser on a number 2 pencil, if you notice, it's not noticeable. So that lets you know that I've been drawing long enough to know that I don't need to go heavy with the lead. I can go light and just be able to clean it up. And also, as you see, when it comes to the circle, you know, you can kind of infer a lot of stuff with circles and shapes. The eye knows what it is when it sees it. Just as long as it's not too much in the shape of an oval, you know, you just get it as circular as you can. You know, again, when you're drawing on the art learning to draw from Art Hitman, the technique we try and teach is freehand as much as you can, because it shows the knowledge that you do obtain or have obtained as an artist, as opposed to having to keep reaching in. Not to say that a protractor or a ruler isn't needed for the job, but when you do freehand, it speeds things up a little bit. So if you have a deadline to meet, you don't want to run out of time. But I definitely appreciate everyone, you know, that stopped by and take a look at the Art Hitman channel, see what we're doing. You know, you can help us grow by leaving a comment, giving us a like, and subscribing. Grow with us, and you know, definitely give your opinion. And until next time, keep drawing.